Also, this is the foundation coming at you with my week 13 picks. Last week did 10 and 5. Good. Cowboys won. Great. This week, start off on the right foot. Cowboys win already. So everything after this is all gravy. All teams are on the bye. So now the playoff picture is starting to really take shape. Anyway, let's get on with these picks. So got the Carolina Panthers versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With DJ Moore starting to make more and more impact on the games, more and more. And then McCaffrey, him and Cam, they can run the ball, and then, with Cam getting the ball to Olsen and to Moore and stuff like that, to Funchess and all that, they're gonna score their points. Tampa Bay's defense is not that good, and while I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers might make it exciting for a little while, eventually they'll turn over the ball. So yeah, I got the Panthers. Next is the Chicago Bears versus the New York Giants. I got the Chicago Bears. Trubisky's not playing again this game, but Chicago Bears defense is it's scary. And then Khalil Mack, even though he could definitely win the Defensive Player of the Year, I think he should be considered for the MVP. I mean, who had the Bears first? Or even possibly getting first round bye, or even home field advantage if other things starts happening. Who knows? And he was a huge part in that. And while the offensive line of the Giants has been playing a little bit better, Khalil Mack he's a beast. And I also don't think that the Giants probably this will be the game that they finally feed Barkley, but I doubt it. All right. So yeah, I got the Chicago Bears. Next is the Buffalo Bills versus the Miami Dolphins. I got the Miami Dolphins. Division rivalry, home team. I usually go it that way. Next is the Indianapolis Colts versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. I got the Indianapolis Colts. Jacksonville, a lot of drama. Leonard Fournette suspended. Benching Bortles for Kessler. Ramsey not practicing. It's a lot of drama coming out of there. And then quietly, the Colts having a very good season. Andrew Luck having a very quiet, tremendous season. Defensively, they're very underrated. And one thing that nobody's talking about, which I like to talk about a little bit, Quentin Nelson. He, from Luck, he used to be the most beat up quarterback. Sacks and hits. And every year we say the same thing over and over. They need an offensive line. He has come into the Indianapolis Colts locker room and really changed the mentality of that offensive line. They're a nasty bunch, and they're a very solid bunch too. So, with him, he should be. Everybody talking about Mayfield, Barkley, Chubb, Roquan Smith, LVE. Derwin James, Deron Payne, DJ Moore, Calvin Ridley. You mentioning all those guys, Lamar Jackson. You mentioning all these guys. And Quentin Nelson has literally changed the attitude of their offensive line. So, I'm not downplaying anybody else, but I just think Quentin Nelson should be mentioned. Next is the Cleveland Browns versus the Houston Texans. I got the Houston Texans. Talent, ever since losing the third game to the Giants, they've been on a tear. Each week you see Deshaun Watson playing much better. Baker Mayfield, I can see him making it tough for a while, with the offense, and I can see Cleveland all around defensively as well to, keep this game close. But eventually, I think the Houston Texans will overcome. Next is I got the Texans. Next is the Arizona Cardinals with the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers need this win tremendously. They're pretty much almost done in the playoffs. Next is the Los Angeles Rams versus the Detroit Lions. I got the Los Angeles Rams. After seeing the Saints losing, they could motivate them to hurry up and get this win, because if they tie with the Saints get the head-to-head. So that's a lot to shoot for and all that. Next is the Denver Broncos versus the Cincinnati Bengals. I got the Denver Broncos. Denver Broncos have a fairly favorable schedule in closing out the season, so they could make a push. And then, you know, Andy Dalton being out and having Jeff Driscoll in there, Von Miller and and Bradley Chubb coming off the edge. Whoo, that's scary. So yeah, I got the Broncos. Next is the Baltimore Ravens versus Atlanta Falcons. I got the Atlanta Falcons at home. I think having 10 days rest, you know, maybe getting a couple guys back defensively, I think they can score enough points, and then eventually, I think Lamar Jackson is gonna play. I think eventually they'll try and make Lamar score, you know, try and keep up the scoring, and then that's when the troubles for Lamar will happen. Next is the New York Jets versus the Tennessee Titans. I got the Tennessee Titans. They need to keep up with the Colts, and it's good to see Corey Davis, you know, emerging as a better wide receiver, as the number one wide receiver for Marcus Mariota. He killed my Cowboys, and you know, and then you know you saw as the year went on, because last year, you know, a lot of people saying bust, and now all of a sudden he's being, you know, he's making tremendous strides this year. Next is the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Oakland Raiders. What's gonna happen in Kansas City? I mean, Kareem Hunt, I mean, that is a trip. I'm not going to get too much into that. The Cowboy fan in me is like, suspend them. You guys did it to Zeke, suspend them. And because, you know, on top of that, Reuben Foster being in the news too. So this like adds the heightened sensitivity to the whole situation. And Kareem Hunt, do not get it twisted. He is a huge part of this team. Mahomes is getting all the excitement, all the love. Kareem Hunt is a huge part of this team. But I still think they can win. Next is the next San Francisco 49ers for Seattle Seahawks. I got the Seattle Seahawks. Russell Wilson, he doesn't get enough love too. He should be considered for MVP. But defensively, I'm more surprised that how well they've been playing. Frank Clark, man, he is a great pass rusher as well too. I think that San Francisco might put up a fight in the beginning, but eventually I think the Seattle will pull away. Next is the Minnesota Vikings versus the New England Patriots. My upset pick of the week, I got the Minnesota Vikings. Their front four is solid. Hunter, Griffin, and all them. They're gonna make a lot of problems for Tom Brady. And then offensively, if Dalvin Cook can stay healthy and help this team out, you're just creating Thielen and Diggs more opportunities, you know, more space, and those guys are Randolph as well. Those guys are beasts. And then, you know, and the Patriots defense is not as good. I mean, they play better at home, but it's not as good as it once was. Next is the Los Angeles Chargers versus Pittsburgh Steelers. I got the Steelers. Even though drama, I just did think the Steelers at home is gonna win this game. I don't think Melvin Gordon is gonna play too, so it's gonna cause a lot of trouble for them. He doesn't get enough love too. He's one of the top 5 running backs in this league too. Finally, the Washington Redskins versus Philadelphia Eagles. I got the Philadelphia Eagles home crowd, Monday Night Football, the energy will be there. Both teams wants to keep pace with the Cowboys. I would like to end in a tie. No, but both offensive lines are struggling, a lot of injuries. But I think Wentz can put this team on his shoulders and win, you know, and then the defense is going, if he can score some points, then the defense is going to be energized and all that. The one thing though, if Adrian Peterson gets on a roll and Colt McCoy can use that play action, Philadelphia could be in trouble too, because that defensive backfield, the secondary is beat up beyond belief. It's bad. I mean, I went to 2012 and 2013. I mean, we were literally picking guys off the street. That's what the Eagles are doing right now. But like I said, I think the home crowd is gonna give them enough energy to pull out this game. All right, mahalo for watching Paniolo Boys, and like always, go Cowboys.